Hey guys, how's it growing? So, I recently, as of yesterday, I had made a purchase that is going to benefit me a lot here on the farm. So, this is my new old, it's an old model Foodsaver Professional 2. Now, we had a brand new model Foodsaver for some time, and I think we ended up getting rid of it because it was very inconsistent, and if you didn't buy the Foodsaver brand bags, it really was even more so inconsistent. Now, the new models at the store, when it's all said and done, you buy your bags, you buy your accessories, and the Foodsaver, it's about $80 to $100, all said and done. This only cost me $24.99, and it came with everything. It came with the Foodsaver, came with 3 rolls of bags, and it came with a mason jar sealer and a mason jar vacuum sealer and some other kind of vacuum sealer. I'm not 100% sure what else it can seal, but I'm very happy with it, and I've been testing it out on some cheek meat from the bull that we butchered this past April, and it's working amazing, like super well. Like, I'm very surprised. Now, this cheek meat, it was quick. We did it real quick. It was snowing. I had packaged it in little meat bags, and I would twist it and then package it in another bag, so I was double bagging it. But now I can vacuum seal it and know that it's going to be better for longer. So I'm going to attempt to set you guys up so that I can show you the process here, and that works. All right, so first, let's see if this works. Yeah, first I take my meat out of the first bag, and I gotta get it out of the second bag. Okay, so I got my hunk of meat. So I open my Foodsaver, and I measure out bag length based on the object in which I am going to save. So first thing I do is I seal one side of the bag to create a bag. Then I drag it forward a tiny bit to give it some space, and then I cut it. Now I've got one side of a bag closed. So now I take my meat and put it in. Now this is the part that gets tricky. I always like when you hold the bag, once you have something in it, it curls to one side. So I like to put that curl into the Foodsaver. I find that it works better that way. Close her up, and then I press the button to turn her on. And now we have, oh yeah, sealed. And that's just amazing, guys. I've got a sealed product now. that is vacuum sealed, and that I know will last longer in the freezer. I think this has been like one of the best purchases I've made in a while. I'm super happy with this. Like, the odds of there being a Foodsaver at the Value Village is, it didn't make any sense to me why someone would return or would donate this. Like, unless they bought a new one or something. Like, I was dead sure that it was going to be broken when I brought it home. I was positive that there was going to be something wrong with it and that it wasn't going to work. But no, this thing is amazing. And it's kind of funny, actually, because I came home with it and I told the owner of the property here at Littlefoot Fields, I told him, hey, I bought an old stock Foodsaver that's supposed to work better than the new ones. And he laughed and said that he had just purchased another brand new stock one. Like, we had a new one, and then he sold it, and he bought another new one that's supposed to be more geared towards meat and like wet things versus dry. And I showed him. He vacuum sealed something in this. I showed him that it works very well, and very consistent. The problem with the older ones, like I said, they were very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Like, when we were vacuum sealing cheese, or when I was vacuum sealing my chickens for the freezer, it was annoying. Like every chicken, I would literally have to like hold the edges. Like, I'd have to hold the sides and like stretch the bag out in order for it to create a seal around the meat. It would seal up, but there'd be little kind of like ridges like this, but they would have a lot of air in it. And then once it released, all that would poof, and then there would be, it wouldn't be vacuum tight. But now, even with this one, there are ridges, but the ridges are vacuum tight. There's no air gap, so this is a good product. I'm super happy with this, and I'm going to test out some non-Foodsaver brand bags, just to see if it adds up, and see if it works well with non-Foodsaver brand bags. And if that's the case, then I'll be happy, because the property owner here bought a bulk amount of non-Foodsaver brand bags from Costco, and they worked terrible in the Foodsaver that we had at the time. So he was kind of discouraged, because he spent a lot of money to buy a lot of bags, so he wouldn't have to buy the Foodsaver expensive ones. So if this ends up working well with non-Foodsaver brand bags, then it'll basically be a saving grace for the money that has been spent. Alright guys, just wanted to show you my new gizmo that I'm super happy about. Couldn't ask for a better product. Till the next one, guys.